Contemporary artist Jesse Reno considers himself to be a contemporary outsider art brute. For Jesse, the process of painting is about finding treasure. He looks for imagery that's buried and unknown. He uses trial and error, changing directions, persistency, and intuition to guide his process. And by practicing painting in this way, Jesse's made connections between his past and present and has realized his own desires about what he chooses as his life's work. This lesson plan really isn't about specific materials or methods. It's more about learning to trust your instincts when you have a desire to express something that's personally meaningful. Sometimes it's important for us to access emotions in an unrestrained way. And sometimes emotions and feelings can even change during the artistic process. Jesse follows feelings rather than logic to arrive at imagery, and this imagery is often hidden and revealed as his painting unfolds. A whale might become a figure, a face becomes hidden and a wing is revealed, or he focuses on techniques that reveal imagery rather than struggling with perfection. There are absolutely no rules when an artist expresses themselves. We're going to start with a blank canvas. And to this canvas, to this panel, my goal is to add thicker substances that I can scratch through or make marks in. I really like these wax pastels. These are water soluble, and they're thick and waxy, but you can also add water to them and use them like a paint. Oil sticks are also great for this process, modeling paste, even a thick application of paint. Reno sometimes begins by sketching imagery onto a canvas, much like I'm going to do here with a wax pastel. So I've started just with a quick sketch, and initially I'm just dividing up space, breaking up space, and thinking about composition. So I just did some kind of large forms on my canvas, on my panel, just sketching, kind of thinking about what I might want to portray. So I am initially seeing a division here between water and air, or land and sea. So this is what I'm first kind of keying into. So I'm seeing kind of a hill or a little mountain here. I've got sort of a water area, and I just want to show you how cool these wax pastels are. So I'm using just a barely damp brush, but you can go in and just pull these wax pastels around a little bit. They're great to kind of blend colors with water. So I might, since I'm kind of seeing mountain or hill here, I might just want to add a little bit of texture. I'm using a light modeling paste. This is something that, just adds a little thickness to the panel. Now, obviously, this is going to have to dry, so if you use modeling paste, it might be a step that you leave to dry for a couple hours or overnight. I'm going to finish that sketch, move on as I'm working, and I want to show you sort of what happened in the process. And this is kind of how Jesse works. So as imagery changes, so initially I was seeing, land and water is what I was looking at. So I came in here with a little boat down in the water with my pastels. I saw a little house. I'm still working on the idea that that's a sun. So I'm still just going to build up color and build up area as this goes. So I'm taking it to another step here, another stage of the same panel, but I want to show you sort of how the progression goes. So you can see that this house has turned into a bird. The boat has gone to a goldfish. I've kind of refined it a little bit more. And I still am going to be building up with wax. I've got a little bit of a metallic paint on this fish. You can really use just anything you want. So I might want to just think about some scales here. I'm just going to dampen this just a little. A little bit of water makes it a little easier for the next step. And I'm just going to use a fettling knife, and you could use a pointed ceramics tool, really anything, and you can just start pulling some of this away. And I really love these white lines that kind of result from this process. Jesse uses a lot of symbolism, things like, just marks that are meaningful to him. By the way, brushes aren't the only tools that work here. Reno uses his fingers as well as parts of his hand to apply paint. I think you can see here, this was just an entire index finger that I used to make a stamp there. Just use sensible methods. Don't eat or drink while painting, and wash up afterwards. So after layers are built up, like I said, additional detail can be made by scratching through the top layers. And that's a great way to do patterning outlines and reveal the white of that canvas beneath. But only you will know when your painting is finished. Follow intuition and see what appears. For a complete materials list and additional information about Jesse Reno, please visit dickblick.com.